Hey Jim, I'm going to briefly talk about the Rad console for the RadRunner and RadRunner Plus. I know it's probably an accessory that I thought, man, I need to have that thing. And I feel like even before I'm bringing you the full review of the RadRunner Plus, I want to talk about the Rad console because I'm hoping to help some people out here. The Rad console is normally $99. I was able to get a 50% off one accessory, so I paid $49. And I think even at $49, I don't know if I'd buy it again. And I'm just going to go through quickly why. And first thing, this has been on the bike since I started riding, and I put it on right away. I have 78 miles on the bike, and you can see it does attract some dirt on the outside quite a bit, just like the plastic fenders do as well. So it kind of tends to look a little dusty here on the side. Not sure how big of a deal that is to most folks. The biggest obstacles to me are the way it's shaped, and I'm going to come in with another camera here, but how it changes the standover height. I'm going to put an image of Sarah, who is a little over 5'4", how it's really hard for her to even stand over this, and me at 5'10" with a 32-inch inseam, I'm still right up against this. And additionally, it widens the area in front of the seat if you're actually sitting on the seat. So you actually kind of feel like you have to almost pedal a little wide-legged. So it kind of affects stuff, and its utility is a little limited, as we're going to come in close and show you right now. The storage stuff on the top of the Rad console. One, it just barely holds a soda can size. This is a 20 ounce soda can. So maybe a coffee cup would work, but a lot of other things, it's sized pretty small. The phone holder portion, this is my 5.5-inch Android phone. It just barely fits in there, but the biggest problem is this. You can see the band to hold your phone in place is narrower than the opening, which I guess makes sense. It has this little textured pad that's sticky to help keep it in place. You can see, because it's kind of shallow, it potentially will hold it, but there's a lot of movement, and enough that I was not comfortable using this at all. I actually use this little Velcro attachment water bottle holder, and I usually put my phone up in that. One of the other problematic areas is opening the thing up. You can see the rear rubber stretchy part is right here, and sometimes this is really kind of difficult to get to, and as for a long ride for me, younger people aren't going to have this problem, but my fingertips get a little numb, and the dexterity to grab this little tab sometimes is really difficult to get in there and pop it off. So it's got 3 of these around it to take off the lid, and then you can just pull off the lid, and you can see how the underside of it is put together here. Pretty simple, but the shape of the opening is a little odd. So we got one helmet and a U-lock. You could maybe throw a Nalgene in there. You can't load it up too much above the top of the lip because of it, depending on where you stash stuff. I found myself actually using this more with the lid off. And then that's kind of negates, in my mind, some of the reasons for getting the Rad console. And also, you see it has some water drain holes in the bottom, which I think is a fine idea, but they're really large. And my concern is you might actually get some splashing up into those holes if you're really using this to store something like a laptop or something like that. All right, so this is a little bit larger backpack than some people might try to put in here. But you can see that backpack does not fit in there very well. A very slim backpack or a purse might work out okay. So I find myself using the Rad console with the lid off, which I think negates some of its usefulness. My recommendation would be to use the front basket option. I think that's less expensive as well. I have one of the front racks that I'm going to put a milk crate on and show you that, not in this video. I didn't have the basket option available when I ordered that rack. It was for a previous bike. So I have the front rack. I would also use some panniers, the type that drape over, So I'll have that also in my following video. I'm going to put it underneath the seat here. I think visually the bike looks a little better without this on there. It just looks a little cleaner. So I was a little bummed out at the Rad console, honestly. I kind of wish I wouldn't have bought it. Hope that helps you out. Some of these little accessories in particular on bikes that are even Rad, which is a really good company, but bikes that are made in China, some of the accessories are just not super well thought through. And there's just some parts that they don't quite work like you're hoping they're gonna work. And this, unfortunately, is one of those. Even though it's really nice to have some dedicated covered space on your bike, there's some other ways I think you can do it in a way that works a little better for this bike. So thanks a lot. Catch you in the next video. Like and subscribe, do all that stuff. Throw a comment down below, especially if you have experience with this thing. Maybe you think it's fantastic. Let me know that too. I don't mind being wrong. For me, it's not working very well, but for you, it might work great. So thanks. Talk to you next time.
Catch the wave.